Prince Harry has just publicly addressed the decision by him and his wife Meghan to leave their royal lives behind.
Royal watchers have been buzzing after a shocking announcement from Princess Anne, Prince Harry, and Prince William. For years, speculation surrounded their fractured relationships, secret meetings, and the untold events behind palace walls. Now, new details have come to light that could change everything. From Princess Anne's quiet but powerful influence to Harry's strained bond with his brother, and the surprising truths they've all kept hidden, what they've revealed might not be what anyone expected. Tensions ran high, and behind-the-scenes decisions shaped their futures in ways the public never knew. What really happened? And why are they speaking out now? Prince Harry's return to the UK for King Charles's coronation was supposed to be a dignified event, but it turned into yet another chapter in the ongoing royal drama. Without Meghan by his side, all eyes were on him. His every move, every glance, and every seat placement became a topic of discussion. But one thing stood out: Princess Anne's unexpected role in the unfolding spectacle. At first, many believed her seating position right in front of Harry with her towering feathered hat was a deliberate snub. People speculated that it was the royal family's way of reminding Harry of his place. But was it really? According to insiders, the truth was far more practical. Princess Anne had requested the seat to allow for a quick exit so she could return to the palace on horseback as part of the coronation procession. Despite this, the moment symbolized something deeper, something more personal. As the camera zoomed in, capturing Harry's seemingly awkward presence among his family, it was Princess Anne who offered a moment of warmth. She leaned in, exchanged a few words with him, and gave a brief smile, something rare in such tense royal gatherings. It was a fleeting moment, but it spoke volumes. Those who know Princess Anne say she has always had a soft spot for Harry. They shared a similar sense of humor and a rebellious streak that set them apart from the more reserved members of the royal family. Despite everything that had happened, the interviews, the memoir, the Netflix series, Anne was one of the few who hadn't turned her back on him completely. But that doesn't mean she wasn't upset. According to sources, Princess Anne was deeply disappointed with how Harry handled things in recent years. She believed his actions had hurt Queen Elizabeth during her final years. The tell-all book Spare and the explosive interviews had cast a shadow over the family, something Anne found hard to forgive. She had spent her entire life upholding the royal values, working tirelessly behind the scenes, and staying away from public drama. Harry's actions were the opposite of everything she stood for. But unlike others in the family, Anne didn't dwell on emotions. She was practical, much like her late father, Prince Philip. While she didn't agree with Harry's choices, she wasn't one to hold grudges. And that's exactly why King Charles saw her as the perfect person to act as a bridge between Harry and William. Despite their strained relationship, Harry and William sat just rows apart during the coronation. But they didn't exchange a single word. Their once close bond seemed shattered, with William still feeling the sting of Harry's portrayal of him in his book. Harry, on the other hand, looked like an outsider in his own family. The tension was obvious, but Anne, with her no-nonsense attitude, was determined to ease it in her own way. Anne understood more than most what it was like to be the spare rather than the heir. For years she had been overshadowed by Charles and even Andrew, yet she carved her own path. She believed Harry could do the same, without dragging the family into public scandals. In the days leading up to the coronation, Anne reportedly took Harry aside for a quiet conversation. She told him what needed to be said, without drama or judgment. She reminded him of his duty, his heritage, and the importance of family. Whether her words made an impact is still unclear, but one thing was certain: Anne was doing her best to keep the family together, even if it meant tough love. Meanwhile, William remained distant. Sources say he was the most hurt by Harry's revelations, and healing the wounds would take more than just a brief visit to London. Unlike Anne, William couldn't simply compartmentalize the damage done. He saw Harry's actions as betrayal, a breach of the trust they had built since childhood. And while Anne might have been willing to look past it, William wasn't there yet. Harry's visit also came at a time when King Charles was facing health challenges. adding another layer of complexity to the situation. Despite the family tensions, Harry's love for his father was still evident, but their relationship had changed too. The once doting father-son connection had been replaced by careful conversations and polite formalities. Princess Anne, ever the problem solver, was also aware of Harry's ongoing legal battles. His court cases against major media outlets added more strain to his already complicated relationship with the press, and the royal family wasn't exactly thrilled about it. They had always operated under a policy of never complain, never explain. But Harry's approach was very different. Anne, with her vast experience in handling media attention and public scrutiny, had some words of advice for Harry. She urged him to pick his battles wisely and not let his anger dictate his actions. Whether he took her advice seriously remains to be seen. Despite the tensions, Anne's efforts didn't go unnoticed. Some royal insiders believe she might be the only one who can truly help bring the brothers back together. While she isn't one for grand gestures, she believes in quiet, meaningful actions. The question is, can her influence be enough to mend the damage done? As Harry's visit came to an end, he left without any public reconciliation with William. The icy atmosphere between them was still there, but so was Anne's quiet presence, always ready to step in when needed. Her unique position in the family allows her to see things from both sides. She understands Harry's frustrations, but she also knows the importance of upholding tradition. For now, the royal rift remains far from healed, but with Anne's steady hand and practical wisdom, there might still be hope for a resolution. Through the years, Princess Anne has always been there for her nephews, Prince William and Prince Harry. Whether it was playful childhood moments on the Buckingham Palace balcony or quiet words of encouragement behind closed doors, her bond with them has remained unique. Unlike other members of the royal family, Anne has never been one to put on a show for the cameras. She's straightforward, no nonsense, and fiercely loyal. A rare combination that has earned her the respect of both brothers, even in the midst of their ongoing feud. Many remember the heartwarming moment during King Charles's coronation when Anne, in her full regalia, shared a brief but meaningful smile with Harry. Despite the tension surrounding his return to the UK, her warmth cut through the tension like a beacon of familiarity. Harry, who had been largely isolated from his family since stepping back from royal duties, responded with an even wider smile. For a moment, it was as if nothing had changed. Anne has always been a steady presence in Harry and William's lives. Back in 1986, during the Trooping the Colour ceremony, she was spotted sweetly lifting a young Harry up on the Buckingham Palace balcony so he could see the parade. Dressed in a bright yellow dress, Anne stood out not just for her fashion, but for the way she cared for her young nephew. Even then, there was something about their relationship that was different, a connection built on trust and honesty. Her relationship with William, while different, is equally special. During the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in 2022, the two were seen sharing a rare behind-the-scenes moment at St. Paul's Cathedral. William, known for his more serious demeanor, flashed a rare grin while speaking with his aunt. It was a glimpse into the close bond they share, one that often remains hidden from the public eye. But their connection isn't just about public appearances. Anne has always supported the brothers behind the scenes, offering guidance without judgment. When Harry served in the military, she was one of his biggest supporters. In 2008, she proudly presented him with an Operational Service Medal for Afghanistan. Standing tall in her military uniform, she beamed with pride as she handed the medal to her nephew, who had just returned from his second tour. It was a moment of deep respect, one that showed just how much she admired his service and dedication. Despite her warmth and support, Anne's relationship with the brothers hasn't always been without challenges. Known for her bluntness, she didn't hold back her feelings when Harry's book Spare came out. Sources close to the royal family revealed that Anne was deeply disappointed by the way Harry aired private family matters. She believed it was unnecessary and damaging, especially to Queen Elizabeth, who was already facing health struggles at the time. Yet, unlike others in the family, Anne didn't cut him off completely. She understood that Harry was struggling, trying to find his own place in the world outside the monarchy. She may not have agreed with his choices, but she always tried to see things from his perspective, something that made her a crucial figure in his life. Her bond with William has also evolved over the years. While she wasn't always vocal about it, she admired his sense of duty and dedication to the crown. During a podcast appearance in 2023 with William and Mike Tyndall, Anne shared funny stories about her time racing a young William at Balmoral. With a hint of nostalgia, she joked about how competitive he was and how she always had to stay ahead of him during their childhood games. Moments like these remind us that beyond the royal titles and responsibilities, there is still a strong family connection. But Anne's role isn't just about being a loving aunt, it's also about keeping the family together. As tensions between William and Harry grew, it was Anne who quietly worked behind the scenes to encourage reconciliation. While many believe their relationship is beyond repair, Anne refuses to give up hope. She understands better than anyone the weight of duty and family, and she knows that despite their differences, William and Harry need each other. One thing is clear: Anne isn't one to dwell on the past. She believes in moving forward and focusing on what's important. While she may not agree with everything Harry and William do, she remains a steady figure in their lives, offering guidance when needed and space when necessary. Her practical approach to family matters has made her a key figure in the royal household. She doesn't involve herself in unnecessary drama, and she doesn't believe in washing family laundry in public. Instead, she sticks to what she knows best: hard work, dedication, and quiet support. For both William and Harry, Anne represents a connection to their mother, Princess Diana. While Anne and Diana had their differences, there was always a shared understanding between them. They both wanted what was best for the boys, and Anne has honored that by being present in their lives, offering the kind of steady support that Diana would have wanted. Now, as the royal family faces the challenges of a modern monarchy, Anne's role becomes even more critical. With King Charles's health concerns and the ongoing rift between the brothers, her influence is needed more than ever. Whether it's offering a kind word, a firm piece of advice, or just a reassuring presence, Anne remains the glue that holds the family together. But what about her relationship with Harry? Despite the distance and the ongoing tension, their connection remains strong, and a recent viral post proves just how much people admire their unique relationship. A TikTok video featuring photos of Harry and Anne through the years has taken social media by storm. The images highlight moments from public events, military ceremonies, and family gatherings. Viewers couldn't help but comment on their apparent closeness, calling them the most iconic duo of the royal family. Some pointed out their striking similarities, while others admired how Anne always had Harry's back, even when times were tough. It's no surprise that Anne and Harry share a special connection. They have something in common that few others in the family can understand: being the spare. Both were second-born children who grew up in the shadow of their older siblings, destined to take a back seat while their brothers carried the weight of the crown. This shared experience created a unique understanding between them, one that goes beyond titles and duties. Their bond was especially evident during Harry's time in the military. As Colonel of the Blues and Royals, Anne played an important role in Harry's service years. In 2008, she proudly presented him with the Afghanistan War Campaign Medal, a moment that spoke volumes about their mutual respect. Harry, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, has always credited his military experience with shaping him into the man he is today. And through it all, Anne was there, offering support in her own quiet but steadfast way. Even after Harry stepped away from royal duties, Anne remained one of the few who didn't completely turn away from him. While she may not agree with his choices, she understands them better than most. She's always been a firm believer in duty, but she also recognizes the importance of forging your own path, something she did herself when she chose not to give her children royal titles. In many ways, she may see a bit of herself in Harry, even if their approaches to life are different. That said, their relationship hasn't been without its challenges. Anne's straightforward nature means she doesn't hold back her opinions, and reports suggest that she wasn't thrilled about Harry's decision to step back from the royal fold. In interviews, she's made comments that some interpreted as subtle digs at Harry and Meghan's departure. When asked about the monarchy slimming down, Anne responded that it doesn't sound like a good idea, hinting that having a few more people around would have been beneficial. Still, despite the underlying tensions, there have been moments that show their bond remains intact. One such moment happened at King Charles's coronation. While many of the royals kept their distance from Harry, Anne made a point to acknowledge him, even sharing a brief conversation. And although social media had fun with the fact that Anne's feathered hat blocked Harry's view, it was clear from their body language that there was no bad blood between them. Anne's unwavering dedication to the crown means she'll always put duty first, but it's clear she has a soft spot for Harry. Insiders say she believes in finding a balance between tradition and personal happiness, something she hopes Harry can achieve, even if it means doing things differently from the rest of the family. Harry, for his part, has always spoken fondly of Anne. He once described her as the cool aunt, who understood him in ways others didn't. Whether it's their shared military background, their similar sense of humor, or their outsider perspective within the royal family, there's no denying that their relationship is one of mutual respect and understanding. As Harry continues to navigate life away from the monarchy, it's comforting to know that he still has an ally in Anne. Whether it's a quiet word of encouragement or a reassuring presence at family events, she's someone he can count on. But the question remains, can Anne help bridge the gap between Harry and the rest of the royal family? Only time will tell. One thing is for sure, no matter where Harry's journey takes him, Anne will always be there in her own unique way. And in a world filled with royal drama and speculation, their bond remains a refreshing reminder that family, despite all its complexities, can still offer a sense of comfort and stability. So, what do you think about Harry and Princess Anne's relationship? Could she be the one to help mend the family divide? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on the royal family. There's always more to uncover, and you won't want to miss it.